Many people, they will talk about piety and coming closer to Allah Azza wa Jal and saying that they will go to the Taraweeh prayer and spend every single night inside the masjid, praying the Taraweeh prayer and reciting the book of Allah Azza wa Jal. But many people, what they will fail to do is actually open up the book of Allah and actually understand what is Allah Azza wa Jal really trying to tell us. When we open up the book and when we read the Quran from Surah Al-Fatiha and when we read chapter Al-Baqarah and chapter Ali Imran and go on and on and on all the way up until chapter 114, it's talking about a lot of chapters, it's talking about a lot of verses of the Quran. You will see there are commands to do, there are commands not to do, there's information there. Such as, for example, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, He says, so narrate to them, O Muhammad, about the Qasas al-Anbiya, about the stories of the prophets, so that they may reflect, so that they may ponder. So when we talk about God consciousness and coming closer to Allah Azza wa Jal and maintaining and strengthening our relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal, we really truly need to understand the actual meaning of that piety which we really want, that relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal. In a hadith mawquf being reported, Ali bin Abu Talib, when he described piety, he described it as being 4 matters, but I'll speak just about 2. He said, Al-Khawf min al-Jalil. What does that mean? Al-Khawf min al-Jalil, meaning to fear Allah Azza wa Jal. And I'm sure many of you are aware of the verse inside the Holy Quran in chapter Al-Baqarah, where Allah Azza wa Jal, He ordered us and He told us that when we fear Allah, we should fear Allah Azza wa Jal as He should be feared. Not the way you and me think, not the way you and me believe. Many people pick and choose how they will fear Allah Azza wa Jal. So when you say to someone, Ittaqillah, he says, what are you telling me, Ittaqillah? Tell your mother, Ittaqillah. Tell your brother and your sister, Ittaqillah. He takes it as something offensive. Whereas from the Sunnah, when someone he says to you, Ittaqillah, should be your response, La ilaha illallah. Meaning, I accept that there is no God, no man, no jinn, no rock, no stone, nothing else to be followed, obeyed and worshipped in truth, except Allah Azza wa Jal. Al-Khawf min al-Jalil. Secondly, he said, Al-Amal bil Tanzil. To implement the wahi, to actually implement the wahi, implement the revelation. Implement the wahi and the revelation means what? It means whatever is in the Quran, it is good for us yesterday and it is good for us today and it will be good for us tomorrow and it will stay like that until Yawm al-Qiyamah. The book of Allah which we have is not merely just a book that we will recite and just regurgitate those verses inside the mosque and inside our own home and just rock our heads back and forth without any implementation, without any application of revelation to our own reality. And is that not the real purpose for why Allah Azza wa Jal, He revealed that book? Is that not the very purpose for why Allah Azza wa Jal, He sent down the Anbiya, why He sent the prophets with the message to take us out of darkness into light? And this is something which we need to appreciate and which we need to give shukr to Allah Azza wa Jal, that Allah Azza wa Jal, He could have left us in darkness. Many of us come from so-called, I don't like to use the term, but born Muslim families. We come from Muslim households where our mother and father, they're Muslim. Our brother and our sister, they're Muslim. We've been brought up with the Quran. We've been brought up, and many of us, we didn't have that. Some of us were Christian, Jew, Hindu, Sikh, whatever, atheist, agnostic, and we were taken out of that darkness into light. Some of us were in Jahiliyyah. Some of us were in Jahiliyyah, in nightclubs, in music, in fashion, in chasing money, chasing cars, chasing dinar and dirham. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala took us out of darkness and into light. When Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has taken us out of that darkness and into light, should we then not give shukr to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala? And the best way you can give the shukr to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is to fear Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala as He should be feared and implement that wahi upon your own self.